Hey guys, Standby Luke 7 here, and we're going to be doing first of probably many videos on Cold War. So, another new COD release. It is a new year, and this one didn't get delayed. Kind of to my surprise, honestly. If I thought that if any game was going to get delayed, it was going to be this one. It sounds like a negative way to start off the video, but I'll explain that in a second. So, there's a lot to talk about with this game. In this video, I mostly just want to go through just like general thoughts, opinions, feelings on the game, and then in future videos for the rest of the week, few days, want to get into more of the specifics and have some videos on more particular topics. But in this one, just want to talk about again the general stuff, general feelings, opinions of the game, if I'm liking it, if I'm not liking it, what I'm liking, what I'm not liking, stuff like that. So, to give context, that whole thing I said about being surprised that this game was not delayed. So, if you're not aware of the context, the last two Treyarch games have had some issues in development. Now, Black Ops 4 is hard for me to talk about because it was a while ago at this point. Um, what was it, two CODs ago? Because last COD was MW, Black Ops 4 was before that. So in the COD cycle, the way it had been going, this game, Cold War, was supposed to be Sledgehammer's game. But I don't know the specifics of what was going on with that, but there were a lot of rumors, and it seems to me like those rumors were pretty clearly true, that there were issues with development on the game, that Treyarch was basically like pulled in to help finish it, and there was other studios on it too, like I think Raven Software is showcased in the game here, like basically like right next to Treyarch. So I think they have a pretty big role in it as well. I think that they were already working on the game with Sledgehammer, and then Sledgehammer got pulled off of it or something. I don't know the exact specifics. Obviously, I wasn't a developer on the game. I don't have that info. I'm not an insider or anything. But just looking from rumors that we've heard, and it seems that this stuff was true. And past COD cycle as well, like World War II was Sledgehammer, Advanced Warfare was Sledgehammer, is on that 3-year cycle, so it seemed like, Black Ops 4 was Treyarch, MW is Infinity Ward, looked like this game was going to be Sledgehammer too, and now it's not, so clearly something happened, right? Because as far as I'm aware, there wasn't any, like, public statement on it or anything from Activision at all. It was just, like, oh, Treyarch's on this game now. So I don't know. They haven't really, like, explicitly said what happened, so who knows? Who knows? I hope that one day we get to hear exactly what it was, because now let's dial it back a little bit. Black Ops 4, we did eventually hear that. Now I'm not going to be quoting stuff because I read this a long time ago. Black Ops 4 was a couple of years ago, and I don't remember the specifics, but there was a Kotaku article a few months after Black Ops 4 came out, and there were rumors with Black Ops 4 as well, similar to this game. Before it came out, that there was like issues with Black Ops 4's development, and that there was like they had to redo a major portion of the game, like they completely changed direction with that game in the middle of the development cycle. And there are videos on YouTube you can look up of like really really early Black Ops 4 footage, and if you compare it to what the final game ended up being, and you look at the quality of the game too, Black Ops 4 similar to this game, very like buggy on launch, clearly not finished. I think that those rumors were substantiated by just like the context of the game releasing. Again, like the bugginess showed that the game probably didn't have the full life cycle, and again, those videos and the article and stuff like that, pretty clear that the rumors with Black Ops 4 were true. With this game, it seems to be the same. The game itself, like, doesn't seem like the most polished Call of Duty of all time. It definitely seems like it needed more time. And judging by that, we don't have any articles or videos, like insider stuff like that. We don't have anything like that to go off of like we do with Black Ops 4 now. But who knows? Maybe in the future, stuff like that will surface. Who knows? But judging by just like the state of the game, it seems pretty apparent to me that we can say that something similar as what happened with Black Ops 4 happened here for Cold War. That they, it's supposed to be a 3-year cycle. It clearly wasn't here. And again, Treyarch was on Black Ops 4. They got pulled in. So even with that context, it clearly wasn't a 3-year cycle with this game. So who knows the entire context surrounding it. But I just wanted to do that little preface in this video just to basically get the point across that this game didn't have the highest expectations going into it because of that. Similar to Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 with all those rumors and playing the beta, seeing that they were pretty true. I didn't have the highest expectations for that game. But with Black Ops 4, I didn't really care too much for the beta. I ended up loving the full release of Black Ops 4. I bought the game for Blackout and ended up loving the multiplayer. I thought pubs were super fun in Black Ops 4. I honestly think that Black Ops 4 pubs were like the last fun pubs in COD, or like the last that we've seen. MW pubs were not very fun, and we're gonna get to this game. Solo, at least, pubs in this game are not very fun, in my opinion, either. I don't even think that I genuinely think I could enjoy pubs even in MW, which I hate MW from a design perspective, like from the core. I think I could enjoy pubs without the heavy, super strict skill-based matchmaking, but with it, it's just frustrating, man. It just really is. Like, I just don't want to play league play matches 24/7. You know, I want there to be casual and I want there to be league play. I want to be able to use different guns and grind camos and maybe run around with a knife every once in a while. But with the lobbies that I get, you cannot fucking do that shit, and it's just super fucking annoying. And it gets old really fucking fast because you're playing against people. I'm pretty sure the matchmaking system that they have in place, all the data and bullshit that they track, literally matches you against people that play the same way. And what ends up happening is it just feels like you're playing against the same people, and every game just feels similar and more similar and more similar and more similar. And what you would see in past CODs where like, oh, you'd have a game where, you know, you're playing against a team of snipers, and, you know, this game people use off-meta guns, this game people use all the sweat guns, and, you know, this game this guy has like a unique class, stuff like that. You don't see stuff like that. You don't see stuff like that in pubs in this game and in pubs in MW, because the matchmaking system, you can read up on it, is literally designed to match you against people that play similar to you. And what, again, like I said, what that ends up doing is it means everybody in the lobby kind of plays similar, and it just gets kind of boring. When everybody is special, no one is, and I think that's very true with the skill-based matchmaking system. That it just like, there's no reason to get good at the game. There's just none. There's just none. You literally get punished for it. It's just not as fun. So. Ugh. But we've been over that a million times, but I just want to get that out first. Comment on this game, because a lot of people wonder that, like, how's the SPMM stuff? Feels exactly the same, if not worse, maybe a little better. I don't know. I really don't know, but it feels very, very, very similar to MW's skill-based matchmaking. Again, is it a little bit better? Is it a little bit worse? I don't know, but it feels very similar. So if that's like your big concern with this game, there you go. There you go. Now I will say there is a caveat to that. Party-based skill-based matchmaking in MW felt terrible to me. So me being, and I'm not being a douche, this is literally just, you can look up my fucking stats, like a top 0.1, 0.2 of the top 1% player. Me playing with friends, most of my friends are not in that bracket. As it turns out, most people in the world are not in that bracket. But the game expects me to only play with people in that skill bracket. And this is something that, it's not just with me. This can happen with people that, like, maybe you're in the 10% of players and you have a friend that's like in the 30% or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, this can happen with friend groups of all different ranges, and it's a damn multiplayer game. And it's just so hard with this skill-based matchmaking to play with your friends and for everybody to have an enjoyable experience. It is so difficult. It is like the hardest thing in any game I've ever attempted, at least in MW. In this game, from what I have played so far, the SBMM in pubs, when you're in a party, does not feel as bad as it did in MW. So that is a saving grace. When I'm playing this game with friends, I'm actually having a great time. I'm enjoying it a lot, and I have a ton of fun. But when I play it by myself, it's just as frustrating as MW. Even if I like the game itself more, it doesn't matter. SBMM just ruins everything. It really does not matter. It could be the greatest game mechanically ever. I wouldn't enjoy my experience. It really doesn't fucking matter. But when I play in a party, when I've played in a party, and I've had a good like 6 hours, 7 hours or so at this point playing in a party, and it feels good. It's pretty consistently felt pretty good. And it's not like all of our games, it's not like we're winning every game. We're getting a variety. We're getting people that use different stuff. Sometimes we'll get super sweaters, sometimes we don't, and it feels like COD. So I don't know if the SPMM is just like super toned down when you play in a party or something. I don't know, or if I'm just like so off the charts that it just ends up not being able to like super hardcore match us when I'm in a party, which sounds douchey, but it makes sense. I don't know what it is, but all I know is the results, and the results are that playing in a party has been more enjoyable. That's all I know. So that's great, and I'm glad that I can play in a party and have fun, because that was one of my biggest issues with the SBMM and MW is like, oh, at least my friends could play solo, but we play in a party and it's terrible. Playing solo is still terrible for me, but at least we can play in a party now. That's pretty sweet. I like that, and I hope that that continues. I hope they don't adjust where it is. I hope I'm not just getting lucky here the few hours that I've been playing in a party. I hope that's not what it is. I hope what I've experienced in a party continues, because I'm actually having fun with friends on COD again, which almost the entirety of MW I was not able to do. So that is pretty great. That's pretty fucking great. Pretty sad state of gaming that we're in, right? Where it's like, hey, I could play multiplayer. I could play a multiplayer casual shooter with my friends in a casual playlist and have a casual time and have fun. Yay! We figured this shit out 20 fucking years ago. But now we're back to it. Like, I just don't get it. Anyways, enough of that. But that needed to be. I figured most of the video would be this, because that's just like the big thing, and that needed to be discussed and talked about. But that's all I really have to say on it. Solo, not a good time, ruins the game. Party, I'm actually having a great time and I'm liking the game. Don't have too much longer in the gameplays for this one, so I want to do one last little topic that has been kind of bothering me. So, and again, we're gonna do several videos and we're gonna get to a bunch of different things. So I just want to get through this one really quickly. So this is probably the last thing I'm gonna bring up in this video. Or really quickly before I get to that, like overall impressions on the game before I get into the specifics in future videos. The game is like a 7 out of 10 right now, in my opinion. I think it's more towards the good. I don't think it's great. I enjoy it more than MW. If you want to know my bias, I would have given MW like a 4 or a 3. I fucking hate that game. It literally, that game from a design perspective goes against everything that I believe about FPS games. I should give it like a 1. I fucking hate that game. The only thing that kept me playing it was the fact that it has Call of Duty on the fucking title. That's literally it. And for most people is that it had Modern Warfare on the title, which I don't even like that series that much anyways. But that's literally all that I played it. And competitive too. The competitive scene made me want to play it. But yeah, just to like get my bias, my opinion out of the way if you're not familiar, I fucking hate that game. Worst Call of Duty ever released, in my opinion. Piece of fucking shit, and I don't like it. Anyways, this game, on the other hand, is it better than MW graphically? Now, this is an interesting discussion. Personally, I think so. Yes, I think so. Now, I know a bunch of people will probably get triggered at that. Here's the thing. Graphics to me aren't just visual fidelity and how many fucking pixels there are. Graphics to me are also like art style and how, like, does the game hurt my eyes? MW hurts my eyes. It really does. I don't understand why that game gets so much praise for its graphics. Yeah, I get the fidelity is great, but it looks like shit. Everything, like the colors are so dull. Everything fucking blends in. The lighting is terrible. I can't see people. I don't understand why that game gets so much praise for that. I don't care if the visual fidelity is a downgrade in this game. I can actually look at the game and not have my head hurt. And therefore, I like the graphics in this game more. Are they objectively better than MW's? No. Do they make my head hurt? No. So take what you will from that. I don't know. Again, objectively, MW has more pixels probably. It's on a newer engine, but I think that this game looks better. I really do. Does it have the same detailing on the guns? That's the one thing I'll give MW. The guns in MW look better. Sure, fair. I'll give you that. But in terms of me just looking at my screen and not wanting to get off just from looking at my screen, I like this game more. I think I'm going to have to wrap it up here for that funny thing is, when I mentioned I had one more thing to talk about, that wasn't even it, but I just got on the tangent. Plenty more stuff to talk about with this game. I'll be rolling out videos consistently throughout the week. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think on the game. Do a whole paragraph. I don't give a shit. I'll read it. Seriously. I don't care. Share your thoughts. Agree, disagree on certain stuff. And, I'm not able to get just a 14.5-minute video. I'm not able to get all my opinions on the game out here. So, once I get to make some of those other ones, hopefully I can articulate my thoughts a little bit more in depth and talk about some more things, because there's a lot to talk about with this game. I pretty much only touched on SBMM in this one, but hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and see you later.